Hello, welcome. I'm Mr. Gray Maths. This video is about why this summer can make or break your GCSEs, and this is aimed at year 10 students. I mean, it's still applicable if you're in year 9. So I know a lot of year 10 students at the moment, about to break up, and you think this is the summer, to have some fun, drop the studies, and not get work done. But it's not the one. This is not the summer to do that. That's next summer. That's the longest summer you're going to have. That's next summer. So this summer needs to be a continuation of study. You got to stay academically active. You want to go back to year 11. You want to go back to school, start in year 11 with maths still in your head. You don't want to completely switch off. Like I said, that's next summer after you follow the steps in this video and you've done well in your exams. All right, I'm going to give you 5 do's and 5 don'ts for this summer. Let's start. Okay, so if you want to boost your maths grade over summer, my first tip would be to create a study plan. So have a plan for the 6 weeks that you have off. Know yourself, know your routine, know how much work you tend to put in, and create a plan around that. Obviously that needs to be personalized to you. Not everybody's plan is going to be exactly the same. So you want to have topics in mind that you want to cover, maybe ones you've been struggling with in class. So yeah, just focus on the main topics that you know that you need to go over, not the ones you already know. That doesn't make any sense. My second tip is to make sure you're reviewing all the topics you've already covered in year 9 and the ones you've just done in year 10. Yeah, so make sure you've completely mastered those topics so that when you do go back to year 11, you don't need to go back to the work you previously studied and waste time in that sense. You can then build on those topics, learn new topics, and achieve higher grades. Okay, my third tip. I already touched on it on the first one, but it's to be specific with it. So when you're revising, don't just do random questions. Over summer, I would suggest you go back, look at your previous test results, look at where you went wrong, find your weak topics, and study those specifically. Yeah, so that could be trigonometry. If you need to work on trigonometry, you need to set a week aside out of the 6 weeks, or maybe less time, where you're going to solely focus on mastering trigonometry. Okay, my fourth tip is use multiple different types of resources. There's so much online. You can use past papers, you've got worksheets online, there are videos, there's even apps on your phone. There's my TikTok as well, don't forget about that. So many resources online to study maths. So have a look at everything that's out there and find out what's best for you. Okay, and my fifth tip is to make sure you're testing yourself. So revising is fine, that's all good. When you've got it in front of you, you can understand what you're revising, what you're learning, but can you remember it when a test is put in front of you, when a question is put in front of you and you no longer have your notes? That is the real question. So during your revision over the summer, just make sure you're testing yourself. Okay, so don't do the following things if you want to achieve a good grade in maths over summer. So now we're going to look at 5 don'ts. So I'd say the first thing not to do is to procrastinate. There's not a lot of time. 6 weeks sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot of time. So you don't want to be procrastinating. You need to stay focused, find a revision technique that works for you, but do not procrastinate. There's so many revision methods out there, studying methods out there. Have a research into what there is out there. I would say break it down into chunks. That's why I said to plan out your revision. So break it down into chunks. Don't try and do a load of revision at once. That usually works best. And remember to enjoy yourself. Second thing not to do is to get distracted. So you don't want to be getting distracted. The main distraction is probably your phone. So I would say turn off your notifications, go on do not disturb. You can cut yourself out of the social world for a few hours for the sake of a bit of maths revision. It's not going to hurt you. So get rid of notifications and whatever other distractions you have. It might be your PlayStation, it might be something else. But I'd say phone is probably the main one. Those notifications can be distracted even for myself. Third thing not to do is to completely fill your whole holiday up with work, revision, and all of that. I would say you do need to have a break. So that's why I say to balance it out. So make sure you do take your summer break, but at the same time, don't forget about your revision. Don't forget about your studies. So balance it out. Whatever your hobbies are, make time for them as well as making time for your revision. So find the right balance. Don't burn out. You don't want to go back in year 11 and you're already knackered. You've already seen enough maths. You've already seen enough of your other subjects as well. I'd say no, find that right balance and you'll be fine. Okay, fourth thing not to do is to not get rest. I know it's summer holidays, you probably want to get late nights, you're probably going to be watching movies, again, probably going to be on your phone, stuff like that. Still get your 8 hours sleep, in a good time frame as well. I'd say go to bed, maybe 10, 11, around that time. I'm not going to say crazy early because that's not going to be realistic. So maybe around 10 and 11, make sure you're getting your sleep. That's going to help you with consolidating everything you've learned with your revision, making sure that you're memorizing everything you've been studying. Yeah, sleep is good for the brain, so don't forget that you need to be in a good routine of sleep as well. Okay, the fifth thing not to do, I would say, it might work for you, but I would say don't keep your revision the same all the time. Don't always have that set way of revising. Maybe switch it up sometimes. Maybe if you haven't done flashcards, have a look at flashcards. Maybe discuss it with your friends. Maybe don't always revise by yourself. Could be a change of environment as well with your revision. I'll say keep changing it. Keep it as fun as possible. Yeah, that's my advice. So that's your 5 things not to do. I'm going to give you a bonus tip. So on my website, it will be in the description below, but on my website I have created a forum. So if you are stuck with any topics, you're stuck with any questions, just post it in a forum. I'll be there to answer your questions. There'll be other students available as well on the forum, hopefully, to answer your questions if I don't get to it quick enough. But yeah, check out the description. I'll post the link to my forum. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be releasing more videos like this one today, so I hope you enjoyed this one and I hope it was helpful. If you have any video suggestions or any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always going to read all of your comments, so I'd love to see what you have to say. And just remember, these small efforts now during the summer is going to equal big results in your final exams. So make sure you're studying hard, and I'll catch you in